Hi guys.
Why do you feel so tall?
I don't know, because I'm sitting up.
Yeah, I'm slouching.
Oh.
It's all right.
What?
Oh, did you already start it?
No, we'll start it now.
No, you said hi guys, it's too late.
But I didn't like my hi guys. It
Didn't
wasn't
you?
a good one.
Well, do a better hi guys then. You're going to have your wine in your hand first. You're going to hi guys with a bottle.
Hi guys. Howdy from Texas.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Is that how Texans say hi?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anyone say howdy to us yet.
We haven't really seen anyone yet.
So we went to a bar last night. We went to two different shops today. We went and had tacos. We've seen a few people.
Yeah.
We had a taxi driver. I think he said howdy.
Did he? I don't think so.
He was in a big truck.
I was very tired.
He was very tired.
I'm scared of
This is going to be funny. This is going to be live. Sorry, everybody in Potty World, but
No,
you're
it's gonna
about to see
stand up.
Beck break a bottle
I'm not gonna
in the
break.
centre, not on the edge.
It is in the centre.
All right, you sure?
Yes.
All right, off you go.
There we go. What? It's making really weird noises.
Cute noises.
I said weird
I
noises.
thought you said cute
No.
noises.
Then you do
You missed the rim.
like that. Okay. So yeah, I've gotten.
No, do it again. Next lift. That's it.
That's it. It's not high enough to do that one yet. There we go. There we go. See, I'm getting better at opening cork wines.
You're getting better at just opening everything in general. You haven't had trouble with front doors yet this trip?
I haven't.
No, even though you stole my key from my room so you could sneak in at night.
I didn't do that.
But you stole the key that didn't work anyway, so that was a fail.
Fail. All right. Well, I got my wine open now. Sorry about that taking a while.
And you didn't tell me, how'd you go with hotel room lights?
It was actually pretty easy to figure out the ones in that hotel.
Because it's old.
Yeah, they were not confusing.
It wasn't a modern hotel.
No. Seriously, why are hotel lights always so confusing to try and turn off?
I don't know, I don't seem to have a problem.
I seem to really struggle. But I don't know, the switches just seem to do really weird things. I don't know.
Oh, turn things on and off?
No, but
No, they
really
have dual switches, so you can turn something on and off from different sides of the house.
Yeah, but it confuses me. And then sometimes the light will turn on. So it's just really, it's a lot. It's too much for my little room.
So maybe you need to tell them all to put something like Siri or Sylvester or whatever. What's the one that...
Sylvester?
I can't remember what... Sylvia.
Alexa?
Oh, Alexa, same. Sylvester, Alexa, they rhyme. They could be brothers and sisters. Easy. Well, I didn't want to set everybody to Alexia. That's why I said Sylvia.
What? You didn't say? Oh my God. But no, I haven't struggled with doors yet. I like this place that we're at because they don't have keys. It's like the lock's just a little keypad. So you just have to remember the numbers. But it's good because I always get paranoid about losing keys when we're travelling. Because I lose everything. That's why my keychain at home is massive.
You'd never lose it. Although you have lost that before. I have seen you hunting for it once before.
Yeah, but it's always strange when I can't, if I can't locate my keys, it's really concerning because my keychain is
Size of a
massive.
brick and weighs a brick. Oh, you didn't tell everyone what you're drinking today.
Sorry, I was about
What
to.
a snob.
I'm drinking Open Skies. It is a California 2021 rosé.
And what are the tannins?
The tannins are...
Or haven't you had a sip yet?
I have.
No, you can't read it. You've got to give us your tannins.
I don't know.
Is there any waffle in it?
There's no waffle in it.
No, what about what's the other thing on the bench? Muffin? Is it muffin taste?
No, it's just tastes nice.
It tastes nice.
Yeah, it's dry. It's not too sweet. I don't like rosé sweet.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Well, I'm on Model O.
Modelo.
Model O.
Modelo. It's Modelo. It's not Model O.
Sorry, it says Model O.
Yeah, but there's no space. That would be Model O if it was that. It's Modelo.
Modelo.
Yes, that's what.
Well, if Americans can say Nikon for Nikon, I can say Modelo.
Okay.
Is that okay?
If you want to.
Anyway, it's my
Your drink.
favourite beers. Second favourite. Oh, no, I've got two different favourite beers. It's really hard. You Kilkenny's, I mean...
That's like not beer.
Kilkenny's not beer.
Isn't...
What do you mean?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like that Guinness, like...
Guinness is beer.
Is it? I didn't know.
You're right up there with Dark Side of the Moon Girl. You're doing really well.
But like, it doesn't look like it. I thought it was like its own thing.
Yes, it's called a stout, but it's still a beer.
Oh. I didn't realise it was a stout. I thought that was...
Well, I'm not sure how... I don't know if Kilkenny is just the white version of Guinness. I don't know, but it's the same type of heady thing. It has a widget thing in the can, which was voted as the smartest thing humans invented, or men invented, I think. I thought it was a pretty funny joke. There's a company put out there, vote which was the best invention by humans, and it was a widget that goes in those cans.
Surely there's better things.
But that's what it was voted.
Interesting.
Well, it's like that. Someone put up a stupid picture on Instagram. It's got the most views ever.
Oh, the egg.
The egg.
Yeah.
See, I think it might have been one of them. It started like a trend to pick the most not thing in the world to be famous. Right. Gotcha.
Yes. How's your week been?
We were in New York, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, I love New York.
Me too.
No, enjoyed New York. Still didn't get the food I wanted in New York. Like, we got the raised pizza, which is just, we already know that's trashy American pizza that you love.
New York pizza.
That you absolutely love.
I just like New York pizza.
Yeah, I know. It's not quite to my palate. Like, I'll eat a slice. But then I feel bloated for a couple of days.
No, I love it.
And couldn't find the New York burger I was looking for.
Your lawyer burger?
Well, lawyer burger. He took me to some secret burger place. The only thing secretive, it had a curtain.
Well, I was just going off what I was reading on the internet.
I know, but it wasn't very secretive.
Well, that's what it said on the internet.
It's supposed to be one of these hidden locations.
Well, I don't know. Like...
I think they just tried to jump on the bandwagon of hidden.
Yeah, but I did read someone saying... Like, I think one person said it was hidden, but then someone else was like, it's just in the hotel lobby, like it's...
Behind a curtain, which is half open anyway.
So, yeah. I don't know, I was just going off what I read on the internet.
I didn't have a dirty dog, but I didn't... So I normally have a dirty dog for lunch, and we weren't sort of around lunchtime walking around.
I kept asking you if you were going to get one. I kept reminding you.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't hungry every time you reminded me. Oh, it's your fault.
My fault.
And...
The steak, well, you're fussy with steak.
The flavour on the outside...
was really good.
It was really good. It was the fat... I didn't show you the fat. It was like...
The fat.
About an inch deep in from the edge before you got to the meat.
Right.
And the fat was very gelatinousy fat. And
yeah.
like, I like a little bit of fat rendered, but I'm not a big... Like, one of these people that tend to cut the fat off, but I like fat on the meat to put the fat flavour in when it cooks.
Right.
But I don't want to eat bucket loads of gelatinous...
Gross. I'm going to get my shirt because it's a little chilly in here.
So you're going to leave me alone?
I'll be back in a sec.
While she's getting her shirt, I had fun at B&H. I always love... Oh God, I love hate with B&H. I love the shop, but I hate shopping there because you can't just touchy-feely things. You have to go up to counters and talk to people behind counters and all those wheelie things going overhead.
Really?
And then even when you buy something, you see the guy, you go up to a computer, he basically goes onto his online page, he keeps asking you a question, you missed it. He keeps asking you, you were there, and now you can just wait and we'll print you a docket. And we wait and wait, here's your docket. Well, the docket was about 5 minutes.
I can't remember, I don't know.
And then you still have to take that docket somewhere else.
I found the system weird.
But anyway, I got some little toys that I needed because it was too hard to... Got me batteries I need to get. No, well, that was my next day snuck out without you knowing. In the except you cheated and looked at the emails and sprung me
I was just doing my job and then the emails came through.
Yes, but I got me Polaroid.
Yes.
Very, very happy with Polaroid because I've got all my Polaroid backs and I've still got Polaroid in the fridge, but that's the end of it. And I've got that stack of Polaroids at the studio. I love doing Polaroids.
Yeah.
We've taken a few now and they're pretty good, aren't they?
I like them, yes.
In fact, I bought colour and black and white film. I don't know if I'm going to use the black and white.
I like the colour of the colour.
The colour of the colour.
I like the tone.
The colour of colour.
I like the tones and the colour ones. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
I know what I mean.
You know. Oh, well, they've got that mollusk light that we couldn't find on the shelf anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I know. I got the Polaroid when you came. So it was the mollusk light that I snuck out.
That was correct.
And I needed to get cables. So I got some cables.
Yes.
And we had an awesome group.
Yeah.
And Bec put a jinx on every friggin' day. Are we going to talk about it? That you got somebody fired?
Well,
you nasty little person.
Well, she did a no-show. And it was stressful.
So this is although we did Sunday. First time in America without a no-show.
Huh?
Sunday.
What? Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have a no-show Saturday, did we? She was
Saturday. Friday we didn't have a no-show.
Oh, that's right. Saturday was the...
Yeah, Saturday was
Friday,
the no-show.
we just had a late show.
Yeah. She was stuck in traffic.
You'd think when you live somewhere, especially like New York, you know it's going to take an hour to go anywhere.
But yeah, so we had something go wrong every single day and it was very stressful. So, I mean, Friday we had a model that was late, she was stuck in traffic, but that didn't really set us back.
No, it didn't set us back.
That was fine, because we still had another 3 models
first
there.
hour's not really shooting, it's me
it's you doing the technical
wasting some time.
you going through the technical stuff. And plus we had another 3 models there anyway, so it's not like it was the end
Oh yeah,
of the
we had
world.
more than enough for what we were doing.
But then Saturday, the lunch, when it got delivered, they couldn't contact...
Well, you were still modelling.
Yeah.
And I didn't know to even look at my phone. I didn't know what...
Well, I thought they would have called, because I...
No, they sent a text message to my phone and my phone's on silent during work stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But...
So we had no pizza, and then when you got them to come back with the pizza, we just wanted to yell at you.
Yeah, he was not happy with me because he was waiting, trying to deliver our pizza. And then our model didn't show up. And that
But we had one of our participants stood in. That was lovely of her.
It was really good of her to do
Because
that.
everybody was over you. They needed...
And then when I I contacted the agency to let them know that our model hadn't turned up for the afternoon, and they were very, very upset with that and said that she's no longer on their books.
I don't know why they were so tough. She didn't turn up because her niece was sick. Come on. It's like, what do you expect? Family is just so important in your life, especially your niece.
Imagine if I just didn't show up to work one day.
I think you've done that before.
Just not showing up at all.
I think you slept all day.
Yeah. I've definitely been late, but I haven't...
No, I'm joking. Stop protecting your job.
Tell me any other job where you can just not show up and not have any form of consequences.
Well, not tell anybody.
Yeah, that's the
thing.
thing.
So she didn't even tell anybody.
I think that was the problem. Like, if she had have told them, hey, this is going on, I'm not going to be able to make it, they would have been able to send someone else.
Or find something, yeah.
So, exactly, but just to...
Because it was the afternoon model,
Yeah.
so they would have had all morning to find a model.
Yeah, but just to not tell any of your bookers that you...
And we're not just talking about some little nobody agency, we're talking about Wilhelmina in New York.
Yeah, I know.
And, just to get on their books is hard.
Yeah,
Well, I liked your little detective work. Jumped onto Instagram and thought, she's partying at 1 a.m.
Well, I don't know if she was. It just looked like the outside of a establishment.
An establishment?
Yeah.
What sort of establishment?
Like
Nightclub.
somewhere something like that.
It might have been a burger bar that sold lawyer burgers.
Oh my God. And then Sunday, our catering, there was miscommunication between confirming it and getting it started and something, and then they just...
No, in-house miscommunication.
Yeah, in-house
miscommunication. We put our
miscommunication.
order in and said, he didn't tell me we had to make it.
Yeah, because I double-checked that it was all confirmed and the delivery address was correct and it was the right date and the right time and everything, and then when they didn't turn up and I called them, there was a miscommunication in-house and they just didn't have our order ready, so that was... So
then we had lunch really late, and it was really good. The tacos were really good.
They were really good, but we came
and
an
I
hour
pigged
and a half.
out on them.
We came an hour and a half late.
I know, I was hungry. I pigged out on them.
Everyone was hungry. I felt so bad.
I was feeling really bad because I thought, we're going to that amazing Mexican place. And I don't want to be too full because I want to eat their food.
But then the place was horrible.
Oh, just let me finish my story. Just jump in and cut me off. Now I know how Jared feels when he's only 10 minutes into a 2-hour story and you just butt in and give the ending away.
Sorry, continue.
Well, I was just going to say that we walked up and the place was, last time we were there, it was packed. It was sort of only half full. And all these tables everywhere, and they took us to our same table.
That was weird.
It was like we were lovers or something. It was so... No, but it was like that weird that we've only been there once before. It was on this little special table next to the tequila.
It was a bit random that they gave us the same table again.
And they didn't ask us for sparkling. They just gave us toilet water.
Tap water.
Toilet water. But then they came back with some nice sparkling.
Yes.
Then we ordered some spicy mugs. It just tasted like...
Mugs.
That were a little bit weird, chemical, sweet.
No, mine just tasted like a regular mug.
Mine just tasted like maybe my flour sunk into it.
Maybe. Mine just tasted like a regular mug. There was not any spice about it.
And we're both very excited for our tacos.
Yes.
And the first chicken one was a bit average, and the fish one we could smell from a mile away, and it was off.
You couldn't smell it at first, but they put it down, and I was like, ugh, I can smell that fish does not smell good.
Yeah, and I couldn't smell it, but then all of a sudden it whipped back to me, and I've gone, no, that's old fish smell. I know that smell. That's not fish you eat.
That was not good.
And one single mouthful of it, I've just gone, oh no, this is up there with squid and black ink. This just bring back vibes.
Well, kind of good thing we did have the late lunch, and it was really good, because that food was not good.
No, it wasn't good at all.
So why did something bad happen like every day? And then the day after that was we were meant to shoot. And it was all gloomy and raining on the one day.
We got some good shots.
Yeah, I know, but still, like.
Actually, I think some of those shots with the fog dropping in into the top of the buildings, I didn't have to worry about the skyline blowing out.
I guess.
No, even though we couldn't shoot long, but you nailed your shot when you got your act finally into gear.
But I wanted that backlit shot as well.
Yeah. And then you got nakeds in Times Square.
I was in lingerie.
Well, that Jewish person thought you were naked, so it wouldn't leave us alone.
It was pretty cool though, because it's New York and everyone kind of just doesn't really give a rat's.
Yeah, but still, it's the same thing. This is where, as I was talking to one particular guy who's very high up in marketing, and he was trying to explain to me why everything's so woke with big business. And he's trying to say that the board member can be sued if their friggin' ad is sitting next to something inappropriate. Well, the board member has no say in where a company like YouTube or that's going to throw their ad. So, and he eventually sort of twisted a little bit on that, but I was very interested to hear what he was saying. He said, "No, this is just an American thing." I said, "No, it's not." I said, "I shot Anne in New York, completely topless, just wearing a G. Nobody even stopped.
Yeah.
Nobody even turned their head. And I've got the photos of people just walking straight past her. There's a couple who walked up from behind because they were just looking at your ass.
I don't have
and then once they turned and saw your face, they just stopped looking at you."
But there was one guy that came up and asked if he could take a photo of me, like just standing there posing, and I told him no. And then he kept trying to take a photo anyways, with his lovely group of boys, probably would have been like 18, came up and told him off. I was like,
they full on blocked him.
Yeah.
So because he wouldn't go, and he went and sat down. You could see his phone was there. He wanted to take a photo, and one of the boys just sat next to him. Every time he went to lift the he stood right in front of him.
So good.
It was so good. I didn't want it to become a fight though.
Yeah.
I would have hated if it came that far. I would have rather handled it myself. I even said to him, you would be happy if this was your daughter for some pervy guy who wants to take a picture on their iPhone.
Yeah, no. But I think it was good because you'd think that the young 18-year-old boys would be the ones that wanted to take photos.
And they weren't. They were
really respectful. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, and we have put the picture went up today, which is before the podcast will go out.
Yeah. But
and you'll see that's really funny because one of our favourite frames was a little bit like Disneyland. It's someone in the background, just that sort of.
It's good.
Let me check out her ass as I walk past.
Yeah. No, that was fun doing that. I mean, it's not like we needed to shoot for very long, and it's very quick and neat. Like you just quickly get a few shots, and then put the coat back on, and then off we go. And you're allowed to do that in New York. You're allowed to be fully topless in New York.
Someone said you're actually allowed to be naked.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, but I know you're allowed to be topless.
Yeah. Well,
Because you've got the naked cowgirl, and if it's not this really old one that you saw this trip, there was a younger naked cowgirl, and she doesn't cover her boobs up at all. They're sitting on top of the guitar.
Well, even Anne last year when we did Anne topless, we were like cops.
We had cops just next to us. We had the cop car.
Yeah.
They didn't say a word.
Because it's allowed.
It's up, but they also saw nobody could give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be.
Yes.
It's a human body. And you've heard me say this, and we quite often get this with the bad comments. You just know that where that person's mind is.
Yeah.
So because what you're saying, you're looking at it, your eyes have got the problem.
Yes.
The picture was not a problem, but the way you look at it, you are the problem. And I think that's a little bit the problem with all of the censorship and things. You've got a small, very vocal group who look at things with the wrong thought. Anyway, that's me ranting.
I was just going to check that we're still filming.
Still filming.
Still
and
recording.
sounding.
We don't need another jinx.
Another jinx.
Yes, we're
They're
still
both working.
Are we in focus?
I don't know.
Oh, it's on auto, so I was going to change it back to
You
manual.
can see the yellows on the screen.
Oh yeah, we're still in focus. Sorry, it's going to be out of focus because I just walked close. Alrighty.
You know, I think next year we've got to do 2 weeks in New York.
Yeah. Why?
I like New York.
I love New York. I want to live in New York.
Yeah, I know. You did everything to stir your fiance. Like the company he works for has an office in New York.
It's not the company he works for. He works for a company that uses Salesforce.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So he could work for Salesforce.
Yeah.
Right. And then right next to there's a Lego World. Next to to that was Victoria's Secret for Bec. And then you've got Bec wearing Victoria's Secret. Yeah, Lego World.
I love New York. My bank account doesn't love New York. But I do. What?
What?
What are you looking at me like that for?
I was wondering what that beeping sound was. I think it's
washing.
a washing machine.
Yes.
I didn't know if it was someone ringing the doorbell
Do we
telling
have a
us to
doorbell?
shut. I don't know.
No, I think it's the washing.
It's a washing.
Yes.
Yes, and I found my A1 sauce.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, all the stuff laid out behind is stuff.
What Vegemite with us?
I was going to go through one at a time and tell the backstory.
Okay, you can do that.
Well, we've got our Pringles, and we try Pringles in every city.
It's weird. We don't eat Pringles when we're back home. But
No,
when
never
we
buy it
travel-
at home at all.
Once I travel, we always get.
But I have come up that there was one Pringles we had that we didn't like after a kid. The spices was different. We always get sour cream. And the Sydney ones, remember the Sydney ones were smaller. They were distinctly, the chip was the smallest Pringle chip I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
But so far
I can't remember which ones we didn't like.
the Pringles here were good. We've got canned water, which is just weird.
Why is it weird? You have cans of beer.
Have you tried drinking out of the can?
No, I poured it in a glass.
Try drinking out of a can. It is so weird. You just don't expect. So nearly everything that comes out of cans fizzy.
I guess.
And because it comes out flat, it's sort of like...
I guess. I'll try it out.
And I found my A1 sauce, which you can't buy in Australia. We got our
English
muffins because, unfortunately, Americans' bread is like cake.
Yeah.
It's heavy and it's sweet and it's not... And we got our own Vegemite and we needed something to put our Vegemite on.
Yes.
And then...
I got Pop-Tarts.
You got your Pop-Tarts and all the rest is my camera stuff, my Polaroid.
Polaroid. I'm excited for my Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts. Even though you can get them in Australia now. But you couldn't for a while.
I don't know. I don't hate them.
I love them.
Well, I'm still getting over the fact of the really bad, the false advertising.
What?
When I'm trying to find the orange juice, and said 100% orange juice. And then you go a bit further on it, made from orange concentrate. And so
It's 100% juice.
no, it has. They would have had
mate.
to mix water in it to unconcentrate it. So it's not 100% anymore.
Funny.
And everyone does like pulp here. Everything says pulp free.
Yeah,
I love pulp.
I like
pulp.
my pulp.
Pulp,
Where was
pulp.
I? Where was I think it was in Europe. I was getting juice. And but it didn't say pulp. It said with bits.
With bits. Orange orange juice with bits.
That's what it said. It said
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you what bits are in there.
orange juice with bits. It was interesting. You know, I like my orange juice with pulp.
Your orange juice with bits. So do I.
Yeah, I like the black label one back home.
So I find the one that isn't pulp, it tends to taste sweet, too sweet. There's something, and it hasn't got the chunky. I like chunky bits.
Chunky bits. Yes.
So do you like orange juice with pulp with your brain dead champagne and orange? Your mimosa? Or do you like it without the pulp with the mimosa? Well, yours is 99% champagne, 1% orange juice.
No, I still like it with pulp with those.
Your pulp.
I think so. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. But if I'm just having a glass of orange juice, it needs to have pulp. In the mimosa, it doesn't matter if it does or doesn't.
Yeah, so the girl at the lounge was doing a mimosa and a big lump of something fell in. She just left on the table and walked away.
Oh.
So that's why I thought about the pulp and the... And one of Bec's favourite things in the world is watching public freakouts.
I love public
when it's not involving her.
Yeah, as long as I'm not involved in it, I love a public freakout.
And Bec goes to the toilet at a public freakout. It happened right next to our table. It's an old lady, this girl coming with a cart collecting the dishes, and the old lady goes, "This is disgusting. This is, how dare you serve food that tastes like this?" And just, it's off and the bread is crunchy and she kept on going on. She says, "Oh, sorry. And then the lady came back with the manager and said, "Look, we're going to clear all that off. We're going to replace it all with brand new." You shouldn't have been out there in the first place.
Oh my God, I would have loved to have seen that.
It wouldn't have mattered what they said.
Yeah, she wanted to complain.
She wanted to complain.
Oh, I love public freakouts. They're just so good.
And you missed it.
I know.
But you saw a public freakout at the bar. Well, I had the other thing at the bar. The attitude between two bar people, was really nasty.
I know, I had a lady...
I reckon they were husband and wife. That was the only way you'd get away with it.
I think I picked up on which one...
The two there and there?
When I went to get my drink and I saw my public freakout of some lady who was about to miss her flight telling the staff at the lounge to call them and tell them to hold the door. How entitled can you be? Jeez.
I'm important, hold the door.
I know, I was like, what?
Although we did that.
No, we missed our flight.
I'm not talking about that. We did a similar thing to that.
When? What?
Oh, because of our status, so Emerald, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in Australia, it's platinum. Premium?
No, that's with Qantas.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. It's platinum.
Yes.
But in the rest of the world, that's classed as emerald.
That's because that's the emerald is the one world status.
Yeah, but that's what they recognise you as.
Yeah, because we're not flying with Qantas. We're flying with the one world airline.
So we went to check in, and there was a first class area check in, and when you're in emerald, it means you can jump in on those. But we didn't quite mention we're emerald. We said we're flying business. They said, "Oh, you got to go down there." Then I said, "I thought emerald could go into." "Oh, you're emerald." Well, and send us into the first class lounge.
First class check-in.
Check-in, which is, this one's very, it's a little bit like the one in London.
Oh, yeah.
Where they don't even have counters, they're just odd people dotted around on desks. There's no scales to put the bags on. They just wheel them into a different room.
No, they have scales there.
No, they didn't.
And they have it at counters in London.
Oh, in London, yeah, but I'm talking about where we were.
Oh, here. Yeah, no, here was. I thought you meant in London. But yeah, no, here's
here.
Strange.
No, it was actually quite novel. Well, we walk out, the only doors to walk out to go through the security. It's like, "Oh, you haven't been stamped. You have to go right round over there." I think, hang on, this is the only exit we can get out.
They were saying something about pre-check, which I think you've got to be American to be able to get the TSA pre-check. I don't know what it is. I don't know either, but I think you have to be American.
Is that a little silly sticker they keep putting on our passports?
No.
Is that a pre-check?
No, that's just that's just to let them, that's just a security.
So it only happens in America, it's nowhere else?
Yeah, I only have to check in when we leave Australia to come to America.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just them asking some security questions. That's not pre-check.
Right.
I've heard of TSA pre-check before. I don't know what it is.
But they're coming out of, you think of coming out of first class and just to send you into where you're not even supposed to be, and no easy way to get there.
Yeah, it was dumb.
But then we got fast-tracked a little bit, and there's some people sort of going, eh.
Yeah, that didn't really make much sense.
Anyways,
and then we got here.
We got here.
And then we're here. It's hot out.
It is hot, but not humid.
No, it's very dry. But I like the hot.
Next week is going to be the humid.
Yes, I'm so excited for next week. I'm excited for this week as well. I like Austin. It's got like a cool vibe.
No, I'm excited too.
Yummy food.
Yeah, we're going to Terry Black's.
Tomorrow, yeah.
And we're going to the Mothership.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. I need to sneeze. I'm excited for my queso and chips tonight. Even though I already had some last night. I'll get some more again tonight. Hopefully I don't sleepwalk tonight.
I wasn't going to embarrass you, but now you've opened the door, I need to tell this story. It was so funny. Because I was sound asleep, literally sound asleep. And also my bedroom door opens and it squeaks when it opens. And I was like, and there's this light shining in on me. It's you with your phone.
How have I managed to turn my phone light on in my sleep?
But you've literally opened my door, you've shined it on me, you've shined it round, you've walked a couple of steps in the room, you're sort of shining it round. You turned around and then you walked down the hallway and I think you walked into where the hot water service cupboard was. So I heard the door open, I thought, I didn't hear the sound that the front door makes. If I heard the sound the front door makes, I would have run out with my phone and then videoed you walking through the streets of Austin to see what you got up to. But then you came back up and you're sort of like shuffling around the room everywhere, opening doors and shutting them. And where my ensuite has a door in from my bedroom, but that also has a door in from the hallway. And thank God the door from the bedroom was shut because the door from the hallway opened up and then I hear, Bec's having a piss. And you didn't flush either. You didn't flush. There was paper in there, so you wiped.
Oh my God.
And then I saw you shuffle out in here and I saw your light flashing for a bit and then disappeared.
That's so
and I sort
random.
of laid half awake. And if I heard you shuffle again, I was going to start just holding doors so you couldn't get through them. What'd be so much fun is I should buy fishing line. And put fishing line everywhere and attach it to bottles. So if you do come out, bottles are going to start smashing off the bench.
Well, because last night when we got in, I think by the time we checked in here, it was probably like 9 o'clock at night. Yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty, I think it was about 9:30, I think.
Peter wasn't hungry, but I was a bit peckish and we know that there's a place up the road that does really good queso and chips and I was craving it. So we went up.
She knew they had karaoke night on.
I didn't
They
know
had
that.
karaoke night on. You were so excited when we went in there.
I wasn't. And I really wanted my chips and queso when I came back here and I watched The Price is Right with my chips and queso.
From 1970s.
It was so good.
American Price is Right from the 70s.
It was amazing.
The hair was absolutely epic. Now, there was one girl that was like...
Oh my God, she was over the top.
She was having an epileptic breakdown or something. And then there was some other girl at Bec goes, her headlights are on.
I had that, I guess because I had the cheese so late at night. Because I said before, there's a TikToker who she's got cameras in her house and she does really funny, stupid things when she's sleepwalking.
Oh, so she leaves the cameras...
So she purposefully will eat a bunch of cheese before bed so that to trigger her sleepwalking and then she like uploads her little camera footage to see she does some pretty funny stuff. So I'm assuming it was the cheese that made me sleepwalk last night. Obviously I don't remember doing any of it, I was asleep.
My brother used to sleep talk a lot and walk every now and then.
Jared sleep talks, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I used to have conversations with him. It was so funny having conversations.
I don't have conversations with him, I just laugh at him. He doesn't make sense a lot.
Oh yeah, so my brother at least would start in a sentence. So I can always remember one night he goes, "Where's the girls? Where are the girls? Where are the girls?" I said, "Oh, they've gone out the back." "Why did they go out there? We have to go out there front." And he's I said something was a clanger and obviously it didn't work and just went back to sleep. We used to share a bedroom.
Right.
Back in the days when we weren't privileged white people with a single bedroom for each person. Back when I grew up, there was friends of ours that had like 4 kids in a room. So they had the boys in one room and all the girls in the other room, so I only had a 3-bedroom house.
Mum and her sisters shared a room because Gran's house has only got the 2 bedrooms and there was 5 of them. Well, my grandma, Mum, my aunties.
I think Mum's 3 sisters shared one room and Mum got a room on her own. But she got the room on her own because there was a hole in the ceiling and grass was growing out of the floor and the other girls didn't like the spiders, so they wouldn't sleep in there.
Oh my God.
Mum didn't care, so she slept in that room.
I want my own lady cave when me and Jared get a bigger house.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you want your own room you can run away to?
Because like he's got his man cave, but then I have a little corner.
Oh, so you're not talking about a private bedroom for yourself if you
No, like I would I'd have. It would be like with one of the spare rooms, but I'd have like my makeup desk, and I'd probably have like a lot of my clothes and stuff in there. I don't know. I just have my little room.
Yeah, like I've got my own man cave. Yeah.
At the moment, I'm reduced to the tiny little corner behind the door. Jared gets all this big space with his big computer he built and all these screens and everything.
Sorry, whose stuff's all in the cupboard?
Both of ours.
Oh, so percentage. Start giving me some numbers.
I don't know.
I've got a good idea who has what clothing and who wears the same thing every day.
No, it was both of our stuff. No, the wardrobe in the office area is got a lot of our. Well, it's still got stuff in boxes. That's kind of bad. How long have we lived there? I've lived there for like 4 years, and I've still got stuff there.
Is it your stuff or his stuff?
Both of our stuff.
What sort of stuff?
I don't know, like old stuff.
Yeah, but there's
I don't know. I
washing machines or
no, like old PlayStation stuff.
Oh.
And like I think they're all maybe like old DVDs and stuff.
Garage sale.
No, because what if I'm a really bad hoarder. I'm really bad.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I never knew that about you.
I've got like birthday cards from like.
I must admit, I'll just look at your keychain.
That's so
like 3 quarters of it's fallen apart, but you won't even get rid of one brass, nearly broken ring.
So I don't lose it. But I've got 2 drawers in my chest of drawers that is in the office, and they're just full of. I don't need to go through them. Jared keeps telling me off. He's like, you need to go through this, but then I start going through it, and I just like walk down memory lane, and I never get through it. I just yeah. I don't like throwing.
You go back on the couch and watch Price is Right.
I don't like throwing things out. I'm a pretty bad hoarder though. It's like even with clothes, like if I'm like, okay, I need to clean out my wardrobe, I'm really bad at that because I'm like, oh, but it might come in handy for something. Like I might wear this, or like I might have like a party and the theme might be this, and I might want to wear it. I'm really bad at throwing out clothes. I'm really bad at buying clothes as well. I can't find anything I like.
Duh. No, what I mean is, it's just every shop's the same crap. Nothing's got, and it's all this beige stuff.
Not like...
and vanilla. And, no, but go back to when you were about 16, 17. There'd be certain areas you could find awesome clothes. And it didn't matter how much money you earned, you couldn't buy the stuff you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see those shops anymore.
I guess.
Without getting like this, the super expensive shops, but not talking about them. I'm talking about those sort of designer shops, the one-off shops.
Well,
like especially for the scene shops, all the scene shops that you used to be around Brunswick Street and places like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even find areas where those kind of one-off shops are. Like I don't know how to look for it. I don't know where to find like where they're all dotted around and stuff.
Well, even in LA, that street that you did have Melrose. But there's still the Chinese section of it, which is like they try and do cool band shirts, but they spelt the band name wrong and things like that.
Where's that part?
The other side, one that has all the sort of cheapy, glittery stuff. Oh, you like some of it, but
I can't remember it.
I've been into it. Where we found that little hole in the wall taco, Mexican place, and there's shops along that side. You bought a few things from them. Oh, you had to walk up weird stairs, a little half next level. There was always just some weird guy that worked at the shop, didn't have any other helpers. I'll point it out when we're there next.
Thank you.
But like even in Amsterdam, there's those shops that just have cool stuff.
Yeah. Did I always get my Duff outfits from? And then everyone's like, where did you get that? I'm like, I got it from Amsterdam. Sorry.
And you use that voice when you say it?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, and Jared, you owe me.
Why?
Well, he wouldn't go to Barbie with you, but you made me watch it.
I didn't make you. You said you wanted to watch it.
You made me.
I didn't make you.
You certainly
I've already seen it. You're the one who said that you wanted to see it.
You said I should see it.
You said you wanted to. And I'd already seen. I didn't need to watch it again. I said I would.
You loved watching it again.
Yeah, I said I'd be happy to. And you said you wanted to watch it. And did you like it?
There's a little bit of an undertone of woke that I didn't like. The stuff that wasn't aimed at trying to be woke, I liked.
There you go.
But they could have gone so much the other way. If you shot the people who are woke in the writing and the putting it together and then grabbed someone from, say, Wolves of Wall Street or any of those really funny, inappropriate, and threw a little bit of that in, it would be so funny.
Or maybe you should make a movie.
I'd be cancelled. I'd be cancelled before I even got the funding to make it. It would have been like movie 43.
God,
Go into to get the movie and you just pitch your story and just go, not a hope in hell.
Yes, I could see that happening.
Oh, and very, very sad stuff. I don't know, it's something, must be some, ESPN's been super strong lately. So the people who listened to the last podcast, I spoke about a makeup artist who was a model, and I hadn't seen her and spoken to her in years. That night I had a missed call from her.
And the podcast hadn't even
And
gone
the
up.
podcast hadn't come out.
Yeah.
But I had a missed call from her.
Yeah, that was spooky.
That was really spooky. And then I was doing a big rap on a photographer I love. I said, I wonder if he's still alive, because he was really sick with emphysema, really bad when he was like 40. And I kept on going online and he hadn't passed. I thought, shit, he was like on oxygen like 80% of the day from emphysema. But then he told me today he'd passed away.
Yeah, I was on Facebook and I saw that he passed away.
So Erwin Olaf, and I think, did we put a link?
I think we have in the past.
We have in the past. I might put a link again, because if he's not a very well-known, he's a well-known photographer for people who are really into really deep stories, and he does make it obvious. His series of grief was one of the best series of photos I've ever seen. You just cannot help looking at the picture and getting grief. The room, even though it's just like a hotel room or something, it just has this horrible, griefy feeling about it. It's had very much, you haven't seen the movie anyway, Ghost Story, had the same feel of what her house felt like when her partner died. That same sort of era.
Down to put a link to his stuff.
But he did quite a lot of his work was series. He did a fair bit of commercial work. I think he did a Lavazza coffee or something. It was one of his biggest commercial jobs. We had another series called Black and a series called White. The Black was dark. It was like gimps on little trolleys everything was black. It was such a cool series. He had another series called Blink. And it was funny as the opening to the exhibition, they're interviewing people and there's a guy who goes, I don't quite get it. Everyone seems to be blinking. There's a big sign at the front. The exhibition is called Blink. They're all blinky shots. And because Bec knows, how many blinky shots do I get of everyone? So it'd be so easy just to keep your blink shots and make an exhibition out of them.
Yes.
And he did that cool one where it was like self-portrait of himself in other people's eyes. So he had a big softbox behind him and took sort of close-in headshots. But you'd see, and he'd pull a shape, and the silhouette of his shape would be in their eyes. It was really cool. Very, very, very clever person. But anyway, it's sad that he passed away. And 62 is not, it's not super young, but it's not super old either.
Yeah. But he said he had emphysema then.
Well, he said he had a lung transplant. Yeah, so.
That's sad.
Anyway. But there was another, hope I didn't cause that.
Yeah. You and your ESPN.
And we had another one happen to you, didn't it? Wasn't there something else that happened that we'd only mentioned something, all of a sudden, kaboom? Can't remember what it was.
Can't remember. I don't know.
And then?
And then...
So, have you remembered the thing I told you? You need to save that for the podcast.
Yeah, because it was going to be about Victoria's Secret, and then how... I don't know, I missed their old runway, and it's kind of annoying.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Everyone's...
Because we went into Victoria's Secret because we wanted to do this lingerie shoot in Times Square, and then Bec realised she only had chundy undies with her.
I only have chundy undies. I just didn't have a nice,
she had
like,
the
set.
high-waisted, and she accidentally put some of Jared's
I just didn't have a nice
fronts
matching...
in.
I didn't have a matching set with me.
Oh, you brought all your crutchless ones. That was the other one.
Oh, my God.
So we had to rate. So we had dinner booked in at what, 8:45?
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret was shutting at 8.
Yeah.
And we were like 20 blocks walk.
Yeah.
We decided that we'd walk rather than Uber because, and we're lucky we did because
The traffic was shit.
well, there was a UN thing and they had half the roads were all blocked off.
Yeah.
And Sticky Bec had to know why they were blocked
Well,
off.
I needed to know why there was barricades everywhere. We couldn't walk through certain blocks.
That's all right. I'm just
Why?
having fun with you. So
I was curious.
being when we're in there, it's all like it was either over-shoulder boulder holders for size triple Z girls, or there was sex wear. There was nothing just not very little. It was just classy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was nothing, but they've always been like, they've always had their active wear and then they've always had their everyday stuff. But then they've always used to have the lingerie stuff that was like the fantasy stuff, but it was like really nice. And I've got so much old stuff that I've bought.
I know, but there wasn't that nice stuff.
Yeah, I know.
They seemed to, anything that looked like it was going to get nice got trashy.
Yeah, I just really struggled to find stuff that I liked and just, I'm like, what happened? Like, we go back to the good old days when they had the angels and the runway.
Now I know where I was going. That whole
God, so
trying to be inclusive too.
Yeah.
And we had a comment even today. Why don't you shoot fat people? It was a
like
horrible
fat people who
comment.
don't smile.
Ugly people.
He said, why don't you shoot... He's like, stop taking photos of beautiful photogenic models. Why don't you take a photo of fat people who don't smile? So, well, no one wants to see that.
But we're already seeing this with the fashion industry anyway. They're trying to include these people, but people
I'm all for being inclusive and stuff, but it's like I don't know. I miss when the Victoria's Secret fashion show was the way it was because I enjoy looking at these impossibly beautiful supermodels.
No, but you've heard me say this on workshops that if you're a car enthusiast, you're not going to buy a car magazine if the Hyundai's on the front.
Yeah.
Unless it's a some super beautiful. If it's just an everyday car, you just go, it's just a car.
That's what I mean. You want to look at the impossible...
Whereas if they put some incredible car on the cover...
You're probably never going to get to own, but you like to look at... But it's like, I used to love it when it was that, and now it just doesn't feel like... I don't know. It's just annoying. And I even was watching Kardashians with Jared because he likes what she does.
He likes whatever you tell him to
like.
Yes.
No, I will put it on and...
He wasted money on that piece of copper on your finger.
I will put it on and then I'll be watching it by myself and all of a sudden he comes and sits on the couch.
I know, because he knows he's going to get cuddle time with you if he sits next to you because he'll think he's woke.
No, he just... No.
I'm staring at you. He just wants to look at a bigger ass.
No, he genuinely likes it, but he won't admit to it.
All right.
But he can't watch it without me around.
Right. And when you put Drag Race on?
He hates Drag Race.
He runs to another room.
Exactly. I was watching that and Chloe was doing a shoot for her jeans brand and they had like everyone from every little group, but I was like, where's the tall, skinny person? Like, why aren't I getting representation now? Because
where's the natural fashion model?
But no, there was no natural fashion model. It was like everyone else. And it's like, well, now why do I get excluded? Because you can't just naturally be 5'11" and skinny? Like, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's weird how this is... No, good save. So I was thinking about some of this a bit. If we're going to watch the best athletes in the world, we're after the best.
Yes.
And these people train like we would never train. We wouldn't even do 1 hour a week of what they do in an hour.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a bit... I don't know how to say that again the proper way, but what I mean is we would never put the effort in even for an hour and they put that effort in for an entire week.
Yes.
And that's why they are the pinnacle of their game.
Yeah.
And when we get to our top models in the world, their entire life, from the second they wake up every morning until they go to bed at night, is based around the shape of their body, their exercise, their regime, their beauty regime for their skin, their hair regime for their hair. Everything is about them being the pinnacle of that industry. but now it seems frowned upon.
I know.
So why don't we have Olympics and be more inclusive? And you can't enter unless you're classed as obese.
Yeah.
You follow me? It's nearly that same thing.
I know.
And it's like, everyone has to a degree some control over themselves, and if you get shamed by someone being skinny, maybe you've got a bit of a problem. Maybe it's not the skinny person.
Yeah.
And I showed that video on the workshop, and most of the guys were horrified when I told the story about Carly Klosh in the Vogue video. And when they saw it come up and said, there's no way known she can be anorexic, but there's a massive campaign to have her banned. They said, you should not be using an anorexic model like that to promote anorexia. But she proved on the video there's no way she's anorexic. She's a ballet dancer who is so fit, and you can't be anorexic and have a six-pack. It's impossible.
Yeah.
She just trained like a ballerina. And I don't know, it's really, really hard.
You don't know?
I don't know. I've seen a few things, and I don't know if it's just a Twitter thing, but I've seen a few things come up where it's some campaign, go woke and go broke. And they're just showing campaigns that have literally destroyed sales by them trying to go woke. And I think there is a little bit in it. People are a little bit over, like if they're a beer drinking friggin' car junkie person, they don't want to have woke thrown in their face for drinking beer.
Yeah.
So if the guy's a blokey bloke, he's not going to take being, oh no, you're not allowed to be a blokey bloke anymore, so you need to buy this shirt and you're not a blokey bloke. They're not going to buy the shirt.
Yeah, for sure. Did you set a timer?
Oh, you're bored, are we?
No, I was just...
You had enough.
No, I was just asking.
Sorry, Becca's already bored.
I was just asking. Because I
don't
didn't
know.
see you do it. Exactly.
Yes, I did set a timer.
I didn't see you set a timer. Oh, it's nearly time. See, I'm so good at this. Oh, you did? Well, I felt like we'd been talking for a while and I couldn't remember seeing you set a timer.
No, you just wanted to finish. You're bored.
No, I'm not.
You've cancelled them.
I'm not.
Oh, you're just trying to cut me out.
No.
I was becoming old and anti-wokey.
No, I just was checking. Oh
You're
my
checking.
gosh.
God.
What?
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 Not this.
Give me a subject. You got 2 minutes.
Tell us about your new Polaroid.
Oh, well, yeah, we are going to. So today's picture is going to be some Polaroid. Except for maybe one picture. Every picture's been amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
No, it's a really cool camera.
But I think about my Polaroids when I put on my Hasselblad, my Mamiya and all of those. I never threw one away. They were always good.
Yeah.
The camera's not the easiest to use, but seriously, if you like that feel of Polaroid, this is by far the best. Because you can shoot it in full manual, aperture priority or shutter priority. You can put in, you've got exposure compensation, you've got flash on it, which works really nice. A couple of things to get used to on these, and most people don't know. If you use the new iFilm, the iFilm is 6400 ISO. 640 ISO, because the lens is f8 and goes to f64. And people go, oh, 60. But the difference is this is a medium format. So the actual size of the Polaroid is medium format. So you still get nice fall off at f8. And for him to put a lens that's in, it'd be too big on the front of it. But I love the thing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like,
I'm impressed
I
with it.
really have liked what I've shot on it.
Yeah, I like the photos. They look very nice.
And it also makes you take your time because you got one photo.
And there's something special about having like a physical Polaroid as well.
Yeah, because you can't copy it. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know, they're special.
Yeah, so I'm very happy I bought that.
I've got one of the Instax ones, but like the ones that come out the
Yeah,
little
they're too small.
Yeah.
But again, they're just like a happy snapper.
Snap, I know.
Whereas at least this one I can say, well, I can want it to be aperture priority, shutter priority, or fully manual.
I like the size of those, but I do agree the one that I've got is too small, but I still like it. I still think it's fun and it's cute and it's novel.
I think it was a very good job,
Yeah.
Polaroid. They should now need to go back and bring out maybe a $2,000 version of it.
Why?
Or they make... Oh, who set the alarm?
I couldn't remember seeing you said it.
No, it'd be really nice for them now to... you can't put the back onto a mirrorless. Nobody has... So nobody's making medium formats that you can pull backs off anymore to put a Polaroid back on. It's, like, there's people who've made some backs that'll go on to the Hasselblad with the newer Polaroid, but then you have to put a new focus screen in. There's so much you got to do because it doesn't really work.
Right.
But I reckon if Polaroid sort of put some real money, put a proper, like the viewfinder's good, but I want it a lot better. And maybe the camera could maybe quarter as much in size, well, like a double in size. So we can now say pull down to f5.6. And the autofocus seems to work fine in it. I would love it if it to be manual focus, but... Anyway. Yeah, they're not cheap. They're a bit expensive, but...
Then why would you want it to make it be more expensive?
I would like... Right, so I'd like the experience of putting my Leica SL2 viewfinder on.
But you just said that...
And I would like to have the Leica, but then spit out a Polaroid.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know how in hell they can do that.
I don't know.
Because it can't be digital. Because the reason this can be f8, f64 is because it doesn't have pixel holes it has to put light into. So we won't get that blurring of a picture once it gets over about f13 or whatever, whenever.
Right.
Whoever I'm ramblings now.
Right.
Right. Anyway.
Anyways, we'll see you next week when we're in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yay! Dun, 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 dun.
If we don't get kidnapped.
No, we won't.
A short hour.
Positive.
Positive. Anyway.
Bye, guys.